Welcome back to Mac Music Review. It's been a little while, but I'm back, and today we're looking at an album. Before we hop into the album review, just want to say there's going to be some stuff down in the description if you're interested in how this channel works and all that good stuff down in the description. Today we're going to be looking at the album Kintsugi by Death Cab for Cutie. Kintsugi is actually Death Cab for Cutie's second most recent album, released 3 years before their most recent album, which is Thank You for Today. This is their second album with Atlantic Recordings and their second album of the 2010s, and it was kind of a big deal for them. It was more successful. It got more attention, more popularity for the band than Thank You for Today, or a lot more than Codes and Keys, because this album had two songs which were kind of hits for the band. They had the songs Ghosts of Beverly Drive and Black Sun. Both of these were small hits on alternative radio, and to this day, Black Sun is seen as one of the landmark Death Cab for Cutie songs. One of their most distinctive, one of their most popular songs, in the fan base. Along with the song Ghosts of Beverly Drive. That song was kind of lured in new fans for the band, and it sounds a lot different than what they normally do. And it's actually the first Death Cab for Cutie song I ever heard. I was listening to an alternative radio station and I heard it, and it was kind of not on Airplay radio, but like on Amazon radio, like on an Amazon electronic radio station, not a radio station that plays electronic music, like a radio station on a streaming service. And I heard this song and I thought it was really cool, and I listened to the album, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the first Death Cab for Cutie song I ever heard, and I really, really liked it a long time ago. Anyway, this album has 11 songs. It's 44 minutes long. There's a good amount of music on this album. It's about a normal size record. I think this is basically what most records average 11 songs, 44 minutes. You know, some records are 10 songs, some are 12, and I think this is about 44 minutes is about, and 11 songs is about average length for an album. It's longer than Thank You for Today. I'm sure it's shorter than Codes and Keys, but yeah, 44 minutes. You may be wondering, what is the sound and tone of Kintsugi? Well, the music on this album, most of it is kind of slow, it's kind of somber. Some of it is more upbeat, some of the production is more modern, and some of the songs are actually kind of upbeat and danceable. I'm talking about Good Help Is So Hard to Find, and the song Ghosts of Beverly Drive. Both of these songs have a really upbeat beat, drum beat, and guitar, and they sound like alternative pop songs almost. They really do. They're just something that you can have fun listening to, and that's really unusual for Death Cab. Most of their stuff is more on the dark side. They have forayed into upbeat poppy songs before, like really energetic, happy songs, like The Sound of Settling, or some of the songs on Narrow Stairs, I guess. But yeah, there are a few upbeat songs on this album. Other songs on this album are the exact opposite. I'm talking about You've Haunted Me All My Life, Hold No Guns, and Binary Sea. Also Ingenue, Black Sun. These songs have very slow music. Haunted, No Guns, and Binary Sea all have some of them, Hold No Guns and You've Haunted Me All My Life are like acoustic songs. And then Binary Sea is almost acoustic. There's a little bit extra thrown in there, but these songs are very stripped back. They're very simple musically. Binary Sea is just piano. Hold No Guns is just guitar and singing. And then Haunted Me All My Life is also very simple instrumentation. And this is all to give emphasis on the somber, dark lyrics. And then Black Sun also has these very dark lyrics and dark imagery of a black sun. And then Ingenue is about a tale of lost innocence. It's a story about being bright and colorful and becoming dark and gray and filled with guilt and stuff like that. And it's interesting. This album, mostly you're gonna find some dark lyrics and music, dark, somber lyrics and music on this album. The name of the album, I should have said this earlier, the name of the album is Kintsugi. And Kintsugi is actually the Japanese art of breaking something and putting it back together again. That is what the title of the album refers to, and I think that's what a lot of the songs on this refer to. The art of things being broken and then built back together, and it's supposed to be something beautiful. So, songs that are supposed to be sad and beautiful, and this album was made shortly after Benjamin Gibbard's divorce, is also what I heard. So I heard a lot of the songs are about his divorce, and that was the inspiration for a lot of the songs on this album. You can tell this on songs like You've Haunted Me All My Life, or No Guns, or even Ghosts of Beverly Drive. You can kind of, Binary C, you might be able to pick up on that topic, on that theme. To review this album, I'm just going to go through the track list, because I think that's a good way to review this album. I'm familiar with all the songs on this album. I've listened to it several times. You know, I own it on CD, so I've listened to this a few times in the car. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this album. Nearly every song on this album has really good music, or really good lyrics, or both, and all of them have really strong vocals. The singing on this album is very strong, especially on the acoustic songs and the songs that have more simple instrumentation, because it really highlights the singing, and the sad lyrics go along perfectly with Benjamin Gibbard's voice. He's had a lot of experience with sad songs, singing sad songs, and that's especially true of this record. No Room in Frame is a great way to start off this record. It's a mid-tempo song with some really poetic lyrics that are really good. The music, very well performed. It just sounds really good. Black Sun is, of course, one of the most distinctive Death Cab for Cutie songs. It has some really dark imagery, some really great dark imagery, and it's kind of slow, and it's not my favorite song on this album, but it does sound pretty good, and there really isn't a whole lot of bad things I could say about it. It's pretty good. The Ghosts of Beverly Drive is one of my favorite Death Cab for Cutie songs, purely from nostalgia. Not purely from nostalgia, partly from nostalgia, but this song just sounds awesome. This is a really cool sounding song. The music is really intriguing, really interesting, really effective, and it just sounds awesome. Another good song on this album is Little Wanderer. The only thing wrong with this song is it's kind of like a movie. It kind of tells the story, almost like a chick flick though, with the progression of this love story. And the end, they kiss in the baggage claim. That's the lyric it says at the end. Like at the airport, they run into each other's arms and they kiss. And it's like, that's really cheesy. But besides that, the song actually sounds really good. It has some really good lyrics, some really great vocals. You've Haunted Me All My Life and Hold No Guns are not songs that I frequently listen to because they're really slow. The instrumentation is really simple. The lyrics are a little bit sparse. They don't have as many lyrics as the other songs on this album, but they're effective. They work. These are slow songs. These are slow, sad songs which are slow and sad. Effectively slow and sad. They're not super overwhelmingly sad or overwhelmingly good, overwhelmingly great, I should say. They are good songs, but they're not, like, amazing. One of the best songs on this album is Everything's a Ceiling. Everything's a Ceiling is the music, okay, the lyrics are great. The lyrics are about, they're just a really cool concept of everything being a ceiling, of being deep down in a hole and looking up and everything is a ceiling, or never being able to get out of this hole. And it's really interesting imagery. And the music, at one point, the music becomes this, it sounds celestial, it sounds magical, and it just kind of, the climax of the song, it's like in the middle of the song, and it sounds so good. Like the music. It's like this really sparkly, magical, electronically assisted part of the song. It just sounds so good. You have to listen to this song. It sounds great. Good Help Is So Hard to Find is a really cool song, really upbeat, really danceable. This song, when I was first listening to this album, you know, like when you listen to an album and a few songs stand out, this was definitely the standout. It was Ghosts of Beverly Drive and this song. And the last song, we'll get to that later. But this is a really cool, danceable, fun song. El Dorado is the worst track on this album because of the filler lyrics. The whole song could be filler. The music sounds pretty good, but it gets old and it's mostly just filler. It's very underwritten and it's not great. Ingenue, that's a good one. It's really strong lyrics, really strong music, really strong vocals, really good lyrics. It's a sad song, but it's really good. The last song on this album is probably the best song on this album, Binary C. has amazing lyrics, amazing vocals, very simple instrumentation that hits so hard, that is so effective. It's very much similar to 60 and Punk from Thank You for Today, where it's this very simple piano music that just works so effectively. It hits you so hard with the great lyrics and the great music. I mean, the great lyrics and the great vocals. I mean, this is a killer song. The way it ends is one of the best album endings I can think of. It's so strong. The ending of this album is so strong. You gotta check out this song. It's really good. This video ran a little longer than I wanted it to, but I think I said everything I need to say. This album really does have some great songwriting, some great lyrics, some great vocals throughout the album, really good vocals, some really great music. Not all of these songs sound amazing, but most of them do sound pretty good. I would say most of the songs on this album are pretty good. I'm going to give this thing a 4-star review out of 5. Thank you for watching. If you watched it, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Next, we're going to be looking at the album. Narrow Stairs. That's a good one. That is a good album. Stay. I don't know. Thanks for watching the video.